Honor Flight Columbus just wrapped up the year with its 10th flight to Washington, D.C., bringing local veterans to our nation's capital to see their service and war memorials.
Now, the next flights will happen in the spring, and 10 TV is helping to put out the call to make sure our most senior veterans have the chance to experience this journey.
What a journey it is. 10 TV's Stacia Naken has some new insight on a veteran who was celebrated this year. Stacia.
Out of the 731 veterans who flew to D.C. with Honor Flight Columbus this year, only 2 of them out of the whole year were World War II veterans. The men and women who fought in this conflict are disappearing. So if there is a veteran from this era in your life, here is a chance to make sure they are celebrated just like the World War II veteran you're about to meet.
Welcome to your memorial, sir.
Celebrating service, recognizing living history.
On behalf of a grateful nation, Honor Flight Columbus presents you with this flag. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Only 0.5% of the 16.4 million Americans who served during World War II are still with us today, according to the National World War II Museum.
It's been a long time since that photo was taken.
Bill O'Bannon is one of those heroes.
There are not many of us left.
Bill impacted by that honor flight recognition at his memorial. And also by the changing of the guard at the tomb of the unknown soldier.
Everything there was so solemn. And everybody, the whole crowd seemed to feel it. It was impressive.
The group even getting a special Q&A with 2 of the tomb guards at Arlington National Cemetery.
This memorial houses soldiers' remains from those 3 wars, World War I, World War II, and the Korean War. And those soldiers' remains are unidentified.
We have memorials for all the branches except for the Army. Is this considered the memorial for the Army?
No, sir, it is not. It is guarded by only Army, so I do love to brag about that, especially to those Marines out there. Only the Army guards the tomb.
The day in D.C. offering a chance for these veterans to connect and learn.
Because we've all got different stories. We all can learn from each other.
And to be recognized.
Thank you all seriously so much for your service.
We have more stories from local veterans on the trip to Washington, D.C. with Honor Flight Columbus. Watch Reflections of Service and Sacrifice streaming now on 10 TV Plus. So we mentioned the 2 World War II veterans who flew this year with Honor Flight Columbus. We featured Bill, and the other gentleman, I actually met him earlier this year with my son. Johnny and I went to the airport to be part of the big homecoming celebration back in March. And the last gentleman to leave the flight was a World War II veteran. He was 100 years old. My son shook his hand and then called Grandma later on and said, "Grandma, I met a man who was 100 years old and he was still alive." So it's awesome to have these connections with our community, celebrate these service members from World War II especially. They get priority with Honor Flight Columbus. So if there is a World War II veteran in your life, in this area, let's see if we can get them celebrated in the same way.
Yeah, because those numbers are dwindling. So if you know a World War II veteran, salute them and do good for them now.
That's right. We have information on how to get your veteran on an honor flight at 10tv.com.